Mm, 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 mm. I don't know why I brought that dance back. It's really good.
That dance.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. So we can just go like that.
Looking like an idiot. Te creas, güey. Te
That
creas,
one and the
entonces,
fucking. Yeah. That's all I know how to do. I like walking in and just like.
Trigueñita hermosa.
See, it kind of goes with everything. Like, And it's just like. Oh, la de Paco. I can't do it like Paco though. It looks cool when he does it. Yeah,
No.
fucking levantando las cosas. Yeah. Can't do that shit.
Pinche Paco.
Sí, güey. What's up, everybody?
How are you guys?
Welcome back to CharroBeans Podcast, a Mariachi podcast.
2020.
2020, established 2020. I'm going to start doing that. That's my thing. I'm just going to... I'm sorry.
I try not to judge. I'm just...
Yeah. No, it's fun. It's a good thing to do. We're here, and as you can see, we're a little dressed up. I like that our Evillas are like really shiny.
Or do you have the same one?
It looks like I'm staring at your junk. No, we have different ones.
You have the
Oh,
OG?
the OG one. Yeah.
Pero
Boyo got it
que lo
cleaned.
limpiaron,
And,
¿no? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because mine used to look like real vintage, and then he got it cleaned. They said they like sandblasted or some shit. I don't know. Con una máquina, no sé qué chingados. But yeah, it's like the hebilla de oro and shit. Makes it look legit.
¿Is it cool?
No, not for real, for real.
What? Sí, ya le va a vender, güey.
Pawn that shit. No, yeah. Venimos de la chamba, you know, because it's been this past weekend was Cinco de Mayo weekend, and we're all like, you know what? Well, I kind of forced you, right?
Yeah.
You're all like, I'm gonna change. I was like, nah, wait, pa que miren que we do this shit for real, you know, like we're not just messing around. Like we're
I'm
actually
like,
out
they see
here.
my stories.
They could be fake, you know. You could be like a
What?
fake mariachi influencer. that
Okay,
post-
just go for like 15 seconds. Échale. Yeah. Like, she's
See, wait, I've seen them like.
What?
It's like llegan a la chamba and they're like they're brand new to chambeando. I was like, what do you do? I like to sing, dance, pretend. Yeah, so we're for real. Like we've been out here. We just went to a gig and it was nice. Well, it was all right. What do you think? We played at a retirement home. It was like I
played at two
viejitos.
retirement homes
Today.
today. Yeah.
Oh shit. So we're kind of like in the aftermath of Cinco de Mayo, and most of the gigs that are Cinco de Mayo are usually like those retirement homes, like
Mexican Independence Day.
yeah, ándale. So like they usually take us for like los viejitos that are like put into these homes. And to be honest, I was thinking about it when I was playing there, because like there's some that are like kind of participating, like, but then I just thought about it and I was like, I wonder if they're being like forced to watch us, like, because
So when I'm like in a wheelchair, I'm like, if I could just fucking roll out of here, bro.
yeah,
like,
dude, like I feel like some of them
they're
are
like the fucking nurse, like me puso freno. güey, like, no.
yeah, they can't escape.
Yeah.
You know, so like they're kind of forced to participate. So like I'm there playing and we're playing, and right before there was like a little ballet folklorico, like of kids,
Yeah.
you know, and like I'm just thinking to myself, like me in my old age, like in 50 years, si llego, I'm just gonna be sitting there like in a retirement home. And like I guess the polar opposite of what they saw was like if I saw little American kids, I don't know, like dancing to Cotton Eye Joe or something, I'd just be like, I don't want to sit here. Like, I don't want to be here. You know, like, I didn't ask to be this patriotic right now. So, like, I would just be sitting there like, okay, me voy a sentar aquí. Well, I don't have a choice, right? I'm an old person, so I'm just sitting there in my little wheelchair trying to roll out. But la desconectaron la batería, güey. So I'm just, like, pushing the little fucking...
Miren, güey, le pusieron una vara, güey, a las ruedas.
Una vara. Oh, ghetto. Like, yeah. So I was thinking that, like, when we were playing there, like, some of these old people are probably like forced to participate. Like, what if some of them are racist, bro? They just don't like.
That's why I just did the math. Like, if you say like most of them are like around like 60, right?
Yeah.
They were born in the like 19. Fuck, I just did the math. Se olvidó.
If they're sick, no, they gotta be like they're 70. I mean, they were all white hair.
They're from the 60s. From the 1960s.
Okay. Segregation, maybe. I don't
They
know.
were kids though.
Pues todavía, güey.
They were maybe more active around the 80s. when they're in their 20s.
I'm not gonna pretend I know all of American history right now, but
Me
I
either.
will say.
It was rougher for sure.
Yeah, I was, I was like, no nos querían. Todavía no, ¿verdad? Pero,
Yeah.
like, I could just think that, like, so they're sitting there, they're forced to because they were put into this home, and then all of a sudden, all the nurses are like, we're gonna have a fiesta today.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, I didn't ask for a fucking fiesta. Like, I just want lunch.
I just want my pudding.
Like, I don't even like tacos, you know? Like,
I can't even, like, munch them, bro. Like, I have no teeth.
Yeah, no tienen dientes, güey. They're just like...
bitch. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. So right now that we were just playing there, like, there's something that, don't get me wrong, it makes it seem like I hate all these people. No, but nomás son güeritos, some tan viejitos, you know. Some of them are like participating. Some of them don't know where they are, you know, but they're like at least there. So they're just watching us and they're like, They're just thinking back. And like we're playing like Cielito Lindo, like things that maybe they would recognize, but at the end of the day, like they're not gonna know Fiesta en Jalisco. So they're just watching, you know, we're literally like an act. So like with the kids too, like they were just watching the kids dance and stuff. And at least the kids have like the cute factor, you know, like, you know, they're just trying their best. Poor kid was almost passing out after like, cause they made him dance 2 more songs with the mariachi. Poor kid was just like sweating and.
Well, I feel like they didn't know what to do.
No, because there was no plan.
La maestra, I guess, she came up to us and she said like, she tried to speak in Spanish, right?
She was como Sammy.
Yeah.
She was trying to say something in Spanish.
She was saying, I have 3 couples there. Like, I told them to just dance to whatever you guys play. And Arturo's like,
you know.
What do we play? Like, and she's like, oh, lo que sea. And I'm like, but that's kind of like okay, you just throw him like fucking las olas. Like, how they gonna fucking dance it?
Yeah, and they even looked around like poor kids, like because we played like Relámpago or something, and I don't think they were expecting the second song because I forgot what we played.
Jesucita, no?
Jesucita en Chihuahua, una polka. So I don't know if they were just used to dancing sones or something, and so like they heard that and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, so they just looked at each other, kind of just like, you see la maestra just waving her arms like, "Do this shit like that." Estos güeros no saben, tú no más dale, you know.
Yeah, but it's so big for a kid. Like they're used to like this choreography, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
she's just like, "Nah, improvise it," you know. So the kid just like.
Just trying their best. It's because man, like as a teacher too, like I've noticed that like if you don't tell a kid something, like they don't know how to like run without a sense of direction. Like if you were to say the word improvise or like make something up or just like do what comes in that moment, like they're just sitting there like they have no recollection of anything. Like you have to specifically tell them to do it. If you don't tell them to do something, like they won't do something. Like they'll freeze up. And that was my experience. So I just see those kids, like poor kids, man. They're just like waving.
It was usually for the girls who fake it because they just want like
they just gotta twirl their thing. Yeah, they do the thing. They twirl a little bit. Poor guys are just tap dancing their life away, and
they were sweating, dude.
Yeah,
you see the little kid is just like
por eso digo, güey, like
hyperventilating and shit.
Like give that kid a Capri Sun, güey. ya le anda. And then like it's funny too because like I'm always scanning the room, so I'm looking around and I just see some viejitos like again like participating. Some that look like just genuinely pissed, like I'm still voting red. Like in my old age, I'm still voting red. Or like you just see one que está así nomás como jorobado, like. And I'm just like, damn, bro, not even like la fiesta lo alegra, güey. Nah, yeah.
It was past your bedtime, bro. Like,
easy, güey.
What was it? It was like at 6, no?
Pues por eso, güey. Bedtime. Bedtime's at 6:30. Yeah.
Yeah, they go down with the sun. It's just
sí,
like,
güey, con el sol. Y a ver si regresan los cabrones.
Hey,
damn right, bro.
You good? Like,
no. Mis respetos a la old generation.
One of them, they have like a war veteran.
Yeah, war veteran. Yeah. Como dice el Arturo, his POW hats. I was like, if y'all don't know that story, Arturo like bought. I think he had said he had gotten a hat that said like POW, like according to him POW.
Yeah. And
he said that one time he was just wearing it, and that some guy came up to him and he's like, "Hey, thank you for your service and quién sabe qué," and he was just like, ¿por qué? Like he's just like le sacó la onda because he's like, I'm just wearing a hat. He's like, no, it's because I noticed your hat. He's like, my hat? Oh, it's like, oh, I don't even know what this is. Like, this is just casual. Like, alguien me la dio. You can say, because it's POW, like prisoner of war, or like MIA, like missing in action kind of stuff. And this Arturo's like, I was just wearing drip. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, Arturo. He's gonna listen to this. I know he is. He's lately he's been like fact checking us. And he's like, hey, I was listening to the party. No matter what you can tell, get it. He's just like, I was like, he's our harshest critic. Man.
He's very what's the word? Like he's a little booty hurt right now. Every time he plays Elito Lindo, it's been the regular version because he's like, porque me regañan los
me regañan los CharroBeans y quién sabe qué. And I was like, wey, ándale, we're just venting after work. No pasa nada. He's like, we still love you, bro.
That's why I specifically said it. I just like to watch the reactions. I didn't say it was something bad.
Yeah.
It's good to, you know, give him some culture to the uncultured, you know.
See?
No disrespect to the to the white person.
And then that's the thing too. Now, like Arturo's like, all right, I guess I'll dock you guys less. You know, like les robo menos. Está bien.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been kind of hectic for Cinco de Mayo. I mean, like as you can see, we're also recording this a day late. It's just been so busy. Like we had gigs yesterday. We had gigs all this weekend. You have finals. I have like my end of the year stuff. Like I had my concert. I had performances with the kids, and just everything's kind of winding down school wise, I guess you could say. But like the weekends más pesadas, which is Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day, like stack up right at the end of the year. So it's always almost like you're racing to the end of the line. Like once you get to this point, it's like. I told you, I was like, since Tuesday started of like last week or whatever, like I've just been on nonstop con algo, whether it's been work, school, or whatever. So I'm just kind of like, you know, crawling towards the finish line and just trying to get there and, you know, let's get home safe kind of thing. Like, but I vamos. And I mean, just yesterday, we also had a performance that was kind of, not all of us went. Like, I feel like a lot of people that are gigging out here for Cinco de Mayo around this time are also like, I mean, you just went to a gig that was like 4 people, right? And like the gig that we did was like 6, which is like our I guess our JV group. It's like that much chiquito. Oh, and then we went to this restaurant, and that restaurant, like we just go around the tables and like they have a Cinco de Mayo like como se dice, theme. So they have like, you know, margaritas and like that's a whole thing. I vienen los güeros, and this place is like bougie. This place looked kind of bougie. It was like underground. I thought that was kind of cool. I was so what's the word? Like I just have so many things going on that I forgot my jacket. I had to play like this, like
you forgot your moño too.
Vest. No, I forgot it in the morning. Yeah. Pero como te digo, güey, uno que se estresa y tiene muchas cosas pendientes. I sound like my dad. But but like,
¿Para qué siento lo que siento, cabrón?
See, and so we got to the gig, and not even get on the way there, right?
Yeah.
Like we're just driving, just vibing. I'm like, we got here, we got to the van, we got to the meeting spot, we're good to go, you know. And you just start looking around, like, fuck, and I hadn't done that in a while, man. When I forgot my jacket, and like, it was bad because I brought my backpack because I'm coming from school for these gigs, and like bringing my backpack onto the van. I'm holding my vihuela and I'm holding my backpack. So in my head, like I have everything. And the last time I forgot my jacket, it was the same thing, except I had like a regular jacket, like porque estaba frío, una chaqueta, you know?
Yeah.
And then getting there, looking around, and I'm like, fuck. And there's no turning around once you're that far. So like Arturo's like, el colmo. Like, that's what he said. It's just, I genuinely feel bad when I fuck up. Like, like I should have had my jacket, and I did. It's just it was in the truck.
I always have like a little, what's the word? Like a checklist.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing the same thing too. Like I walk in with like my jacket, I have my backpack because I was studying, and I had my guitarrón. But I had the opposite thing happen to me. Because I think like 2 weeks ago, I left the guitarrón in the van.
Oh, you left it there after playing, right?
Yeah,
like
so we played, and then I was like, all right, bye guys, you know, like estaba cansado, and and I just got in my car and I'm driving. I'm like, no mames, so like I had to fucking text Arturo, and I was like, hey, wait, like, is a guitarón in the back? And he's like, I don't know, let me check. And then he didn't text me back. He texted me like he fell asleep. And the next week he's like, oh, let me check. And then like an hour later he's like, sí, güey, aquí está. I'm like, güey, tu madre ya se lo robaron.
I was already checking Facebook Marketplace. Like, big bass instrument, $20.
Yeah.
Like, no, yeah, it's scary, man. Like, it's like you're supposed. There's so many things that you have on you, like not just your traje, like your instrument, and you got to make sure that it's all right. Oh, we didn't talk about this too. The other day you showed up in freaking.
Goddamn shit. As soon as it's brought up, I was like, shit.
Because this was recently too.
It was the same day.
Oh, that same day. Okay,
That's how bad I was.
Yeah, you were pretty tired. You did tell me like, es uno que trabaja, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Like, shit,
bueno.
man. This fool shows up to the gig. We're wearing full on white, like full on white, and this fool pulls up like, estoy bien pendejo.
No, not even.
What'd you say? Like,
Because
we're at that
for
restaurant.
context, yeah, like we went to go play at a restaurant and it was a white suit. And for
All
some
white,
it's,
yeah.
we have a gray suit that has gray boots. So I'm thinking maybe because it was next to my bed on a shadow.
Yes.
On a shadow, you know?
Nah, mames,
It
wait.
look-
White and
I
gray.
don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. It's like, you know, it's white here and then like over here, se medio what the fuck?
Okay, I guess.
Something like that. I don't know. But point is,
Yeah.
like we get to the van. We got to the restaurant,
Yeah.
right? Y yo pensé que este bollo me estaba marreando because he was like, "Do you need new boots?" And I was like, "Bitch." Oh shit! Like,
For real, like none of us noticed. Like we all, it's because también like you never look down.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to like.
That's what I'm saying. No one noticed except boy. I was like, "You need
Yeah.
new? Do you need new boots, bro?" Like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
What do you mean?
"Oh, what the fuck?" like,
Yeah, and then you just started busting out laughing because you were just like, I think you yourself was like, this is just ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
how the fuck did I do that? And then we all noticed because you like went behind the van. I was like, let me see.
Yeah,
Let
you're
me
trying to
see.
record me. Like, I already knew.
I got
Like
it,
as soon as I see Sammy do some shit like this, I already know he's getting his phone to like record some stupid shit. So I was already getting behind the van. I was like, he's like, with the photo. I'm like, no.
I was like, let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
Yeah, so I just remember like, yeah, you walked up and full on white suit, gray boots, and I was like, wait.
It was such an ugly like combo.
Yeah, it didn't. You couldn't even like. Well, at that gig because we played like por puros güeros,
Yeah,
so
and
like
it was
they
like
wouldn't
a dark
notice.
room,
Yeah,
too.
you wouldn't have noticed, but like we noticed. And
Yeah.
so that was like some shit. So yeah, like this is yeah way like it's been a lot of work lately, and again like we've been complaining for a while that work had kind of been slow. But like right now, specifically for Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day, like right now we saw the calendar.
Yeah.
And Arturo was like, hey, wait, we added more gigs like for Saturday. He's like, vamos a empezar a las 8 y luego el siguiente día a las 10 y quién sabe qué. And I'm like, damn, bro, like,
I'm
you
happy,
weren't kidding.
bro.
Huh?
I'm happy, bro.
No, it's good. But it's also like at what cost,
the
you know? What the fuck? No, yeah, it's just it's gonna be a little rough. Like I'm almost considering like taking off Monday, like after.
No.
Que va a ser una putiza, güey. Pues lo que es jueves, viernes, sábado, todo el día, domingo, and coming off of Cinco de Mayo weekend too. It's like shit. Seguido trabajo, está bien, you know, like good. It's just that it's a little rough. Yeah, I can't even imagine because like also I'm not a singer, so I can't even come from that perspective of like someone that's like cantándose toda and then también con ánimo y todo el pedo. Like nah, güey, es una
Because
chinga.
right now he's like, bro, I'm tired. Like, oh, yesterday was saying like I want to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, sígale metiendo, cabrón, you know? Like, pero, I mean, I get it.
No, yeah.
A mí me duele la garganta, güey, you know, gonna.
Well, that's the thing too. Like with Arturo, I was making fun of him because he's like, "Nah, man, es que vamos a empezar bien temprano, güey, and vamos a tocar toda la noche." And I'm like, I wonder who did this. I wonder who made this. Whose fault is it that we're playing all day?
Well, it's not his fault.
It's his fault, bro.
No.
You can say yes or no.
Well, yeah, but he's not gonna say no if you have an open.
No, yeah, I agree.
Entonces,
I don't know. I don't know
what
what I'm
side do you
saying.
want?
I'm on the side of health. As long as we have our health.
No, güey. Yo quiero dinero, güey.
No, sí, pues es lo bueno.
Es lo bueno.
Se necesita. You know, with the tariffs, you
Sí,
know.
güey.
Es uno que quiere chambear y hay chambear. Ahorita también, like, since there's a lot of groups too, like, everybody is like posting all their gigs and stuff like that. And like a lot of them también, they're like playing for like the fiesta for the retirement homes. There, a lot of restaurants hire mariachi specifically just to like literally just be there.
Yeah.
Like almost like statues. Like, hey, look, we hired a mariachi.
It's to provide ambience, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is. And that's the good thing. I mean, that shows that there's a lot of interest for mariachi specifically that day. and there's enough, hopefully, work to go around. But miras, and you go to like any bar or anything like that, they'll just have a mariachi like just chilling there. It could be like 3 people in there, but it's just like, I guess they want the vibes. Like, get on los mexicanos allí, you know. And a lot of these groups probably see it as like an opportunity just to like practice. It's like when we get to gigs and nobody's there and we're just like, vamos a practicar, güey. And then we start playing a bunch of bullshit or something like that. Or sacamos like canciones que
we hadn't played in a while.
Played in a while. Like, but I mean, this is the time to do it. And going into Mother's Day, hasta están formando grupos. Just a lot of people. I mean,
2 new ones came up.
Yeah, like people form groups around this time too. Specifically because they know there's going to be a lot of work also. So what they do is they form a group. Some of them will disband right after. Like they'll just form it, chambean, and then after that they dissipate. Or like it was kind of like un camarada de nosotros que nomás es un mariachi. But like you call him and he offers, like, shout out to him. I don't want to give his info like that. But like his card is basically him. Yeah. And it's like, what is it, like solo, dueto, or what'd you say?
No,
like,
I think it starts with trio, cuarteto, quinteto, sexteto.
Andale. And it's just like I'm guessing there's a price for like every, right? And then like, so what I'm assuming is just him. And then he's just like, okay, well, they want a cuarteto. So I need 3 guys. Because it's just him.
If I did the math right.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, good for them. Así es como chambean, you know, and they end up having to work with other musicians and look for them and just scrap something together. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of these people, like, we've played for so many people. And, like, every client is different. Someone's going to be like, no, pues quiero un mariachi. Nomás queremos 3 canciones. Like, they don't really care of the quality also. It's more like they just want a mariachi to have that picture, to have that moment, and just to be like, pues agarramos un mariachi a mi mamá, or for our event. And at the end of the day, not everybody is as knowledgeable in mariachi as the musicians that are playing it. So they just kind of want, again, like the vibes, the ambiance.
Do you think we should educate clients?
No, I'm not going to be there to be a teacher for a client. What do you mean educate?
Like, because you know how, like, people, like, for example, Mother's Day is coming up. Yeah. And people ask for, like, Madrecita Querida.
Oh, well, yeah, that's just...
Like, and it's like,
that's a whole nother thing.
You need to explain to them, or like, hey, this song is kind of, like...
sad.
Yeah.
Or just, I mean, there's like Madrecita Querida. Like, that song isn't really necessarily about loving your mother.
Yeah,
I won't say, like...
So
I'm sorry, right?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. But I don't know when I listen to the words, I'm like,
this isn't a happy song. Yeah. Like, it's not necessary. I mean, even as Arturo had pointed it out, like, we were playing and he's like, nah. Like, I think someone had asked for, like, Madrecita Querida, and I don't know I don't remember if he said it, like, out loud or if he told me, but it was like, nah, esa canción no me gusta, because, like, yeah, it just doesn't talk about anything positive. Yeah. Like, it's very deceptive in the name. Yeah. It's like whenever we play for...
It's like Amor Eterno or like Anillo de Compromiso.
Anillo de Compromiso,
it's
exactly.
Like the title, it's pretty, but you listen to the words and you're kind of like...
Yeah. Like Amor de los Dos isn't a love song. Yeah. It's a sad song, actually. Yeah. Like, it's more of a breakup song. So it's like, why the fuck am I playing this for a wedding where you guys are dancing your first dance?
And Anillo de Compromiso is just saying, like, I'm tied to you because of this ring. Like,
yeah. And I know... and sé que vas a sufrir o has sufrido, like,
yeah, like,
and it's like, what the
like,
fuck?
I know you're unhappy, but like, ni modo, you know, just like,
yeah. And again, people don't pay attention to that, yeah. So I can't educate a client. Like, I'm gonna play whatever they want me to play, you know. Pero no mames, listen to the fucking words, like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Bit, like, I don't know. Like, do you know what you're listening to, bro? Like,
play it backwards. What? The subliminal messaging. It's like the Beatles. Like, you put it backwards, y dicen unas mamadas. You're like, ooh, scary.
¿La dice o la sabe?
Who?
That thing.
Oh. No, yeah, it's scary. No, yeah, but the good thing is that people are, from what I can see, like from the Mariachi community and seeing y'all's posts and stuff like that, people are working. I'm glad to see people are working. And at least you guys are bringing, in any sense, some, what's the word, like, exposure to mariachis, and that's how we keep, like, I guess, this holiday open. Like, because I mean, it's not a big holiday in Mexico. It never really was. It's more of a, not gentrified isn't the word, but like it's a Hallmark holiday. Like, here in the United States, Cinco
That
de
cultural
Mayo.
appropriation,
Yeah,
bro.
it's Cinco de Drinko. People go out to drink, but the good that comes from it is that I guess in a way you
Chamba.
are chamba. Yeah, I was gonna say celebrating Mexican culture, but yeah, it's work. It's ultimately it's work. It's for us that are working musicians. So like, I mean, look at us. Like, look at me. Look at you. You know, like we're out here and we're actually gigging and doing our thing. But yeah, I guess into today's topic, a little bit like that kind of goes with these last couple of gigs that we've been going to. Sometimes you go to a gig and it's like, how did I get here? Kind of thing. Like, we played at some like places before where we're kind of like, what are we doing here? Either because the clients are wilding out or like things are happening that we're not necessarily like, I don't think this was supposed to happen. It's just sometimes you get into a place where you're like, why are we even here? Like, what are we doing as a mariachi here in this event? Like, doesn't make sense. So I've had those thoughts before. I kind of had the thought today sometimes, like, or not today, but like at gigs that where we go to, it's for Cinco de Mayo, but we're literally just like there playing. Nobody cares. We're just here for like, I'm like, what are we doing here? So like, I've had that thought before. So it just kind of gave me an idea to be like, okay, well, where have people played before?
Okay.
Have you ever experienced that same thought? Like, what am I doing here? You ever thought about that before?
Maybe I can't pinpoint anything out really, but I do remember one of them where I think we've talked about it, and there's been like a recent one like that where the quinceañera was very like disgusted with us.
Oh yeah,
You remember that?
happens a
Like
lot,
we're
yeah.
like the dad's very happy and stuff, but the quinceañera's like, you're embarrassing me, Dad.
Oh, that's why she started crying.
Yeah.
Like last week.
But it
or
was
whatever.
one before that one. Yeah.
That
I
was
remember
another
that
one. Yeah, another time that we played and
she just like had this face of like, I don't like Mariachi, you know.
yeah,
And that's fine, but it's like, what are we doing here then? If like, you know.
Well, that we've been cut off before. It's like an hour gig, and they're like, "No, you know what? You guys are good."
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, "Okay, chingon." You know, like we'll take your cash. You know, like we'll get out of here and we'll just let you go on about your day. I mean, you're the one that paid for ultimately a mariachi or whatever. So it's.
I think
whatever.
those are times that I do remember being like, "What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't know your own daughter, bro? Like, you know, she doesn't like."
You don't know that she hates Mexicans.
Bro.
Like I could tell. I'm like, I'm just
the way she's looking at me.
Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
It's not.
So I mean, I've also had like the where we played at specific places where I'm just like, what? How did I get here? Like kind of thing. Also, like this past weekend, I played with the Rangers and we went to Texas Motor Speedway, and we played at the. I'm guessing they had a race, right? It's the Speedway. It's NASCAR. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It started like in May 4th.
Huh?
Started May 4th, no?
What?
The NASCAR.
It started? What do you mean?
Yeah, like the season.
Oh, I don't know if it.
Because I always see the sign. It's like starting. I think this year was May 4th. Because I always
Was
see
that
it
the
coming
first race?
in two from
Yeah,
UNT.
coming from. Oh yeah, you pass it right. Going to
Yeah.
UNT. Yeah, you see Texas Motor Speedway is literally just like off of the freeway. Like
because last year was April 14th and this year it was May 4th.
maybe. I mean, it's cool. Like I don't know anything about NASCAR. I watched Talladega Nights with Ricky Bobby back a long time ago. Have you seen that movie? It's a Will Ferrell movie, and it's all about NASCAR. So like that's what I had in my head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was Ricky Bobby, and so like that's what I had in my head. Like, so when I went there, I remember playing. We just played like in the concourse while all these fans. Surprisingly, a lot of Mexicans like NASCAR. Like there was a lot of them walking
I
around.
can see it.
I was
bro,
like,
if we like trucks,
Mexican.
like those cuz.
Yeah, wait, but
Imagine
these are like
the engine on the car. They're like, yeah.
yeah. They just rev that shit. They're like, oh, me troca le gana este carro. It's
I could race you.
Yeah, I could race you. I could race you in my dad's truck, you know. No, but they're stock cars. It's NASCAR.
Yeah.
So like playing out there and people were walking around and stuff. And La Costeña was there, like their Mexican brand. La Costeña. They have like chiles and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, La Costeña. Yeah, they gave us elotes. I thought that was cool. But then they were like snapping pictures of us the whole time. So I was like, because like we're the Rangers mariachi.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this seems a little sus. They're like, stand right there, and I was like, with
Seen
or
those
without pants.
Have you seen, what? You haven't seen those videos of a guy they find like on the street, and,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "Hey, güey, like, ¿quieres que te corte el pelo?" And he's like,
Oh,
and then like they're like, I think they throw like something in his eyes to make him cry, right?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah,
like
yeah.
he like hugs him, and then at the end it shows like, hey, wait, you tu video? It's like mi video. And he's like, nos encontramos un tazo dorado aquí afuera. You know? Like,
Yeah,
está muy
yeah.
triste.
It's like social media now has like skewed the, I guess you could say, what the bounds of reality are. So like, yeah, like Costeño was like, here's these elotes, so we're all just eating, and they're like, are they good? Like, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, give us a thumbs up, and we're just like, and they just edit all that into a commercial. And like, ya chingamos.
They're like, we
fuck.
found these poor mariachis here, and we fed them.
Ese no habían comido en 3 días. Y
Que no había talón.
sí, nunca se habían comido un esquite. Les dimos algo de comer. Pobres vatos.
Les damos agua. Les preguntamos si les gustó, and they're like,
yeah, just like me, like this, crying.
todo enchilado, right?
Todo enchilado, yeah. Like, no mames, güey. Chico de salsa, güey.
Te dije que la que no pica.
Sí. Tiene chile, pero el que no pica. ¿Para qué quieres? No, yeah. Anyway, so we're playing there at NASCAR, and I thought that was cool. Like, you could hear the cars and everything. And I remember just thinking, like, how did they make that connection? Like, mariachi, NASCAR. Like, how did I get here? Like I shouldn't be here. Like, this is cars. Like, this is the wrong like demographic. But like being out there. Oh, turns out there's a Mexican race car driver too in NASCAR.
Bro,
I think his last name is like Suarez and stuff. So like people were like wearing like shirts. They had like Mexico flag on them and stuff like that. And they were giving away. Oh, I have it somewhere here. But it was a backpack, like those little string backpacks, and it was a sarape.
Oh, morral?
Yeah, just like a string backpack. You know what I'm talking about?
Morral is like a little bag, right? Like you pull the string and it
Yeah,
closes.
but you put it on your back.
Morral.
No, morral is like it goes around your shoulder. No,
I thought that was a morral, dude. But anyway,
it's just a string backpack.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, but the design was sarape because apparently there was like a fiesta theme.
Okay, that makes
So I was
sense.
like, oh, okay.
That's what we're hearing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, there you go. May the 4th. You know, it's like close enough. Because May the 4th is Star Wars Day, not Cinco de Mayo.
Oh,
May the
cool.
4th. Yeah.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you. So I'm assuming it was like a fiesta day. So like we were playing out there. And I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, I have the same thing like with the Rangers when we play at the stadium. I'm like, how did I get here? Like mariachi, baseball, like two different things. One's America's pastime, one's Mexicans. You know, so like put both of them together.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not bad. I'm not complaining. I'm saying like, it's just you never make those connections until like you're actually there. So then I started thinking like we've gone to gigs before where I'm like, it's like my sister. She's been playing at Six Flags. Like the last couple of weeks, they got like a little bit of not a contract, but like I don't know maybe, but they've been playing like every Sunday at Six Flags.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And there's like Six Flags, like that's roller coasters.
I'm ready. I'm like,
Yeah. So you're walking by, you see a mariachi, and it's like, what are you doing here? Like this doesn't correlate. Like and I guess that speaks to what mariachi can provide. Like not like kind of like you said before, like it's like an ambiance. People just want the vibe of a mariachi there, or
it
again,
could also mean like the Hispanic population is like going up.
no, yeah, it's certainly what it is. To also like there's here, especially in DFW, given the fact that I've lived here my whole life, basically, the population of Mexicans or just Hispanics in general is high. Like you go to a tienda and like not the majority, but like at least 50% of the people there either working. Cash registers, or like if you go to a carniceria, like a meat market, you go to order food. Like when I go to Burger King, I will never forget. I went to Burger King. I pulled up and I walked in. The cashier lady's right there, and without even like me saying anything, she's like, "¿Qué le damos, amor?" Like, ¿Qué le damos? And I was like, "Do I look that Mexican?" Like,
it trips me out when they do it to me too.
Yeah, like because I'm like, I was about to be like, hello, can I get a Whopper? You know, but like they were just, no, pues me da una Whopper. You know, like so like you kind of like, oh, what's that called? Code switching. You got to code switch like right away because it's like, how did she know I spoke Spanish? You know, which I could do it, but like, maybe I wanted to be American that day. You know, but like it's not bad. But like she walked in already assuming I speak Spanish.
I'm like, is it a little racist?
That's a little
it's happened
racist.
to me like at UNT.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go, I'm in my last year at UNT. I'm barely like discovering like all this shit. and I went to the Union and I bought like a little, like a personal pizza, and as the cashier, as soon as I saw her, like, es una señora, like, and in my head I was like mexicana, right? So
Okay.
so I was walking by, I was like, oh, disculpe.
Mhm.
And she's like, no, pásale, pásale. And then she was like, like you know, like
She had to
like,
do a double take.
yeah, because she was like, what, like ¿sabes español? I was
Yeah.
like, why? You know, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Who you know?
Who you
here?
gonna call? Like,
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it just, but it does trip you out how like sometimes your brain itself is just like
Yeah.
it's like one of ours. You know?
Yeah. One of us. One of us. No, yeah, I definitely have that feeling a lot. Like, it's funny. It's funny, like, to go through those things or whatever.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Where was I going with that? How did I get there?
How did you get here? At a gig?
Oh yeah, so when you're at a gig, yeah, it gets me like tripped out because I'm like, how did they make that correlation? Mariachi, and it's right. There's a Hispanic population here, so like maybe we get all this work and stuff like that. We go to all these different places because Mexicans are everywhere, Hispanics are everywhere, and we're taking over.
Texas itself used to belong to Mexico, so.
Ahí está. Used to be called Texas.
San Antonio, bro. It's like California, fucking Los Angeles.
Yeah, San Diego, San Francisco.
Puro Santos.
Sí, puro San Jose.
Yeah.
I'm like Sacramento. Like I don't know. Fresno? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Chicago.
I think that's Native American.
like
Fact check somewhere. We don't have a
ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT. Help, please. But yeah, so like I started making that connection of like, how do you have you ever had that thought of like, how did we get here, like to this specific place? So yeah, that was today's topic. A long intro to get into that topic. So we got some responses from you guys, so we kind of just want to read them, see what you guys say. So the first person says, not me, but I once heard of a group get hired to play for an adult film. Well, we're going to start off strong.
Did they participate?
Which one? Pa
Yeah.
no buscarla. To avoid it, if anything, you know.
Or like the ethnomusicologists. Like,
I guess, how do you take that gig, you know? If you're the boss, do you think that the person hiring, they probably said, right, like this is for an adult film.
yeah.
Would you do it?
Would I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. If he paid well, I mean,
Exactly. I'm going, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just going. I'm going for the story on the pod way. Like, you know.
Well, like
at this point,
they're never gonna see you. You know.
No, they'll see me.
You're part of the plot for like 2 seconds, and then it's like, where your clothes at?
Where?
You know?
I'm like, with or without pants.
You know, we're the part they skip.
True.
That's
But
what this
we'll-
is like.
But we would always be there.
Yeah.
You know, we'd always be present in that moment.
We
It's
would
like right
be in the
in the archives.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think it'd be a cool experience.
yeah.
I just couldn't tell my mom. 'Cause, like, my mom's gonna hear this.
Bro.
I just couldn't tell her. I'm like, no, pues yo nomás llegué.
The ads by themselves, bro. Like, you're like
Yeah. She's like, which movie? And I was like, no te puedo decir. Pero pagaron muy bien. Te compré una casa. Imagínate,
good.
like,
that would be crazy.
yeah, it would be kind of crazy. But yeah, at that point, like, I think if like they were to call us, Arturo would just be like, because he's scheduled. Remember one time he told us that we were gonna go to this gig.
like a gay bar, right?
Yeah, like he made it sound like it was like all this stuff, but he was like, yeah, that it was gonna be like a bar or something. Que iban a tener un show como de drag queen or
Yeah.
something like that. So we were like mentally preparing ourselves for that to happen. So he was like, no, pues es que no, I don't know what it's gonna be. Is like, pero es lo que me dijeron. I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Like we'll pull up. I mean, it's a gig is a gig.
Yeah.
Pull up and you do it.
And then we got there, it was like a house.
Yeah, I got there and it was like a house in the boonies, like
Yeah.
over there, like South Dallas or some shit. We pull up and I was like, first of all, it's a house, so this is not a club. And then we went to the backyard and it was just a normal gig. And then he told us that right before, we've experienced this already, but they'll have like an entertainer basically come out
Yeah.
and they kind of do like a show as like a drag queen.
Yeah.
And their whole show or whatever is just looking at people in the crowd and like roasting them.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like, or like she's basically there to just make you laugh and then like to roast everybody there, which I think that's a very dangerous profession because you like someone's gonna get swung on, like someone that can't take a joke or something like that. So I think that's kind of scary, to be honest. Like, you know, me la pelo, like to do that shit. Like,
I feel like that's just kind of part of the gig. Like, you just have to know, recognize certain like facial expressions. Like,
true.
Okay, don't mess with this guy. Because we've had stuff like that where Paco like will
does his little things.
Yeah, something similar to that where he pretends to be in love with the client.
What do you mean by that?
And this specific client was just kind of like, no encuentro la gracia.
Oh, I remember in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's because también es porque era señor de antes, güey. Like you know, like
he was from another time for sure.
Another time.
He was raised differently, and
right.
And you could tell he was just very bothered by Paco's advancements, And he even got up, right, like to throw something away just to get out of there.
Yeah,
like,
get out of the situation. Because like as a mariachi, I mean, that's kind of like a thing people ask for. They always ask for like el Juanga show, like, pero dale con todo, y quién sabe
what
qué.
Do you mean by that? Like I can't,
He's like, I want you to touch me, bro. Like, whoa, like we're just mariachis. Like, I'll do it. You know,
I want you to sit on my lap.
Yeah, pero for a price. I was like, I think you want to go somewhere else. I don't think you want to be here. No, but yeah, like they'll ask for that like show, but then we do it, and then just recently, I guess like just recently, that fiesta, Balta, shout out to him. I don't even know if he watches this, but he had put a video on TikTok of that like a couple years ago. He had played at a gig, and when they were playing that gig, like he was doing the same thing, like a Juanga show, because everybody asked for it. He said he made like a follow-up video because in the video it was he was doing like his little show. He was doing it for a guy, and el guy pues se enojó. Like he was just looking at him. He's like, hey, and like he stood up, and you know how like Mexicans they like instigate, hey, and everybody gets up and shit. But like he just started laughing. Because he was like, dude, like, I'm just doing what you guys told me to do. So, again, like, it's like the same thing with Mono del Hambre.
Yeah.
People will ask for it. Then it turns out that, like, the song has cuss words and we kind of have to cuss you out. Yeah. And then people get mad. And it's like, do you even know what you're asking for? Because, like, you can't get mad at me for doing what you asked me to do.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like, dude, you have to understand what a mariachi is. All this is an act. Like, we're just playing music. We're trying to give vibes to your party. And then if you, for some reason, don't know how to take those things, and if anything, that's more of a reflection on you. Like, dude, you're the one paying me to do this to you. I'll do it. And you're paying me to do it. So, like, you can't complain. Like, especially if you ask me to do it.
Yeah. Está cabrón.
Está cabrón, güey. No, it's good. We run a very dangerous risk. Because, like, then there's, like, those, the people that walk up to us and, no, pero toquen bien, or... Like, they're just straight up insulting you. And it's like, dude, like, you're not the one that plays this instrument. Show me how to play my instrument. You can't.
Watching you be like...
right? Tocar el cascabel. I'm like, fuck, güey. Me quita la chamba. And Arturo's like, ¿sabes qué, Sammy?
Like, you stay here, bro. Like, we got it.
It's like, matter of fact, what size shoe are you? Like, yeah, me quitan los botines, güey. Fuck. Yeah.
That's todo en Andes, güey. Like, hace frío.
Ahí me dejan todo encuerado. Just like I told you, going back to me missing my jacket, like, because I was the only one not wearing a jacket when these guys were playing. I was like playing así nomás con la camisa. And then I told this fool, I was like, it looks like you guys just picked me up off the street. Like, you're just like, I was just coming on. Hey, wait, you're Mexican. You know how to play vihuela? Like, see, güey.
Ever strum down? Strum up? All right, you ready?
I was like, man, I was just walking over here. It's like that guy from Titanic. Or it's the Leonardo DiCaprio. Right?
Yeah.
In Titanic. He's like, just last night I was sleeping under a bridge, and now I'm on this ship with you, fine gentlemen. Like, sipping champagne. I'm like, with these
Jack. Yeah.
See you, güey. Don Jack. Rest in peace.
Sí, güey.
Yeah.
Hasta el fondo.
Yeah. On the quiera que esté. Next person says, playing at a strip club, but a guy hired us to serenade his wife. She's not a stripper. So what I'm understanding, a guy hired us to serenade his wife. So that means that him and his wife were hanging out at the club, at the strip club, and he wanted the mariachi to play for his wife. First of all, can you do that? Can you just take a mariachi into a... Well, then maybe, because ya ves que that one time we went to Knockouts, that guy was just like, yeah, come play at the bar, the sports bar that I'm going to. We didn't ask permission for the restaurant, like, to play. Like, he just... Remember the guy used to go to Seafood Shack? And we went to Knockouts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or...
They had a conjunto, too.
Or what's it called? Las bolas?
Los balones.
Los balones.
I was like, what?
No, Knockouts is another place that we went to. Yeah, but yeah. Los balones. We went there. And remember, he was just like, no, just come out to play. And we played for his table or whatever.
Okay.
And we're like, can we do that? Like, can we just walk in here? Because, I mean, walking in, you're like, this isn't his restaurant. Unless it is. Or unless he's got to deal with his boy or whatever.
Yeah.
And for a while, we played on the stage.
Well, you and me were on the stage.
No, but there was a DJ and everything. And they were just like, yeah, just go onto the stage and play. I was like, chingo. Like, you just have that much pull? Like, it's crazy. No, yeah. But yeah, I feel like what would you say? What would you do in that situation?
Like if I hired someone to...
Yeah, no, this guy says, go to the strip club and serenade his wife.
No, I'd do it. I mean, it's in the act of love, bro.
You're like, I'll sacrifice myself to go to this place,
Well, like, I don't know how it works.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how it works. It's going to work.
Maybe it's just like one of the private areas.
I didn't think of that. How you know that?
Huh?
How you know there's private rooms?
GTA.
Dang, that is like a core memory. Like you're out the chiquillo, you're just like strip club. So you're like go in there.
You're like, there's no way.
There's no way. Yeah. And then as soon as you take out a gun, they're like they start shooting. I'm like, oh shit, it's just like real life. Yeah. But you had GTA 5. I had San Andreas. I never got to GTA 5.
You never played it?
I bought it, and then my mutual brother took it. And I never played it, yeah. To this day, he still has my copy.
I'll buy you a copy, GTA bro. They're like $5 now.
Yeah, pues ya va a salir el 6.
Sí, güey.
Sí, güey. A ver qué pedo. I don't even have a PS5. They're going to be on PS6 by the time.
There's a PS6?
I'm saying that probably is going to happen. That's how far behind I am. I'm still on PS2, bro. I'm still playing San Andreas on my little PS2. But that's wild. I think if you were to play at a strip club like that, I've heard of other people doing that too. Just feel like there's a lot of things going on in there. I feel like there'd be a lot of distraction. But I feel like the time would fly by pretty fast.
I feel like there'd just be a lot going on.
Exactly. They got music. Unless they're turning off all the music. Nah, there's no way. How does that work?
I don't know, man.
I feel like there's more to this story. We're going to hit you up. I was like, what you mean by that? This person says, how can you tell? This is a question for Charro Chat. How can you tell the difference between a real and fake Morales instrument? Yeah, they went to the wrong one. How can you tell? Si dice Morales, güey. Si dice Roberto Morales. If it has a sticker. I've never. No, you know what? Let me answer this for real. You can tell. That's stupid. You can tell when it's a fake one.
You just do.
Like I've had a lot over the years. The way you can tell is the way that it's built. To be honest, like I've had the ones from all the épocas at this point, like from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Like I've had all of them. So honestly, it's just the way that they feel and that the sticker be in the right place, I think. Because the ones that are obviously fake are fake. You can tell right away. People have tried getting around that by like putting on a Roberto sticker like on the vihuela, and it could be very similar build, but you know what gives it away? Either the tuning keys or in the wrong place, or like they're like the wrong tuning keys, or honestly, it's the shape of the tapa. Like all Robertos have like a pretty distinct shape. Like when they start feeling too bulky, when they start just feeling again, non-Morales like, that's when I know that they're fake. But I haven't come across, like, I never buy one that's fake. I've never bought one that's fake. Because I'm pretty
I think
smart.
it's easier. What?
They're like, I look for all these things before I
Yeah.
buy it. Like, I've been offered other Moraleses, or like I'm about to buy one and I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
and I pass on them for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also like something about like the decorations that they do, but I think it's because maybe we've seen enough of like Lucas Morales and like other brands.
Yeah.
Because some brands try to be distinct, right? So I feel like if you've also have had enough where it's easier for you to be like, okay, this
I can
sí
tell.
parece, you know?
Mhm.
But I feel like other people would be like, what the fuck?
No, yeah. So I mean, if you're like a newbie getting into Morales instrument, Roberto's especially, and Rubens, just look at the sticker placement, look at their characteristics with other Robertos, and that's pretty much it. Because like when I see a picture, I can already tell. Like, and that's just you're right. That comes from experience. Like just having a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I would just go with your gut feeling. Like if you can kind of tell that it doesn't look like the other Roberto, because if you want a Roberto, you've had one before, you pretty much already know what to expect. So like if you see one that kind of looks too good to be true, or the sticker's kind of off, or you can kind of tell that it looks like pasted on. I've straight up seen those where it's been like a torn off sticker and then the Roberto one right on top. I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty obvious.
Homie.
See way, yeah. So it's just like you just have to like really like look for it. But I mean, it's not hard. Like, if you really have like doubts, you could just hit me up and I'll help you out. I don't want you to buy like something shitty either. This what the? I guess all these are about sex. Why is it always about sex with you guys? This person says, a gay sex party ? Not an orgy, but at the cusp of it, naked dudes with bow ties. Like straight up.
How naked? Like there's like
How
there's
naked?
like there's like dinglings going around.
Dinglings?
Yeah.
I
Like
guess.
willies.
I guess. You walk in, you're like, wait, what's going on here? Like,
what do you have a third leg? What?
maybe they're
What is
not.
that
like,
shadow?
Like, would I do that gig? Yeah. I mean, if they're nice, as long as they're not messing with me, you know, just here. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to just do my work.
But would you be
¿Cuál quieren?
Like, the way you look down, you're like, ¿cuál quieren?
Yeah. Right? Like, I'm like, oh, my bad. ¿Cuál quieres? You know? Disculpe. Es que estoy distraído. That's crazy, man. No, that's wild.
He's like, why is your mouth watering?
No, es que no nos han dado agua ni nada. Es que tengo mucha sed.
We're thirsty.
Sí, güey.
Let's do it. I don't know if I would definitely be looking at the ceiling a lot more in that gig. Yeah, like, ¿cuál quieren? on Sunday, we went to Granbury. This is out of left field, but it reminded me this gig in Granbury that we did, right? It was some lady's birthday, and there was a guy that kept asking for like all of these like just like very sad songs, like Como Pa Pistear, you know?
Oh yeah, right? I forgot.
He was asking for like
Sufriendo solas, quisiera saber.
Miran llorar un hombre.
Yeah.
Este hombre, I forget.
Yeah. Right? Pistearles, yeah.
Right. So I was telling the whole time, like, look at him, bro. He's just like, he was in his feels. Like, he was just listening to his song. There was like, he was looking straight, but he wasn't looking. He was like in his thoughts, right? I'm like, look at him, bro. Like, just todo aguitado. Like, pobre vato. And he turned around, like, he looked to look. Oh. He turned around to look at us. And
you were straight up staring at him.
You were staring at him, and my first instinct was just like, it was so stupid, bro. I felt so like, this is what my butterfly was like. What the fuck?
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah,
el vato está todo, you know.
It's just we were both kind of low key looking at him, right? We were just kind of both like, damn, man, está todo aguitado. It's like you got caught staring. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, so we were looking at this dude, like, it's because that's when I was gonna make the joke, because we're all like, nah, pues todo aguitado. It's like, he's got a whole ass wife and kids. Like, he's still thinking about this chick from El Rancho and shit. He's like, quisiera saber, por favor, esa me pega. Because he was just asking a bunch of sad songs.
Yeah.
Like, puras de
Las rejas no matan.
Yeah, Las rejas no matan también. I was like, damn, bro, like, whoever she was, I mean, she must have been bad as fuck or something, you know, because like you're still thinking about it. He's like, Dad. He's like, cállate, silencio, mijo. I'm like,
Yeah.
"A la chingada."
Bring me their beer.
Yeah, ándale.
It was just so
En
funny,
caliente,
bro.
cabrón.
That way he's just like looking and like so casual. He's like, and we're like, look. Like I don't know why my instinct was look
Yeah,
up.
just look
I was
up.
like,
So that's you at the orgy party? You're just
yeah. He's like, but the whole time he's like, ¿cuál quieres?
No, yeah.
Like Sammy.
Like, "Spot this." No, yeah. But again, work is work. You get there, you do your job. Like I said, they might even be nice. They'll be like, hey, we have a whole buffet. Si quieren comer.
You're like, thank you.
You're just like- Ironically, they're serving hot dogs. Pero, pues, uno que tiene hambre va a comer.
What?
Hot dogs.
Hey.
Not like real hot dogs. This person says, my teacher once had a cartel take him.
I think you need more context on this one. Like, take him, like, hire him for a gig, or like they took him.
Like he's never been seen again.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's thinking like, how did I get here?
Damn,
At that point, you know, at that point, he's just like, shit, man. Like, why did I become a mariachi? Wait, why am I even here right now?
Let's evaluate all decisions.
Sí, wait, how did I get here? No, sí, I hope he's good. Si no, my condolences. But I hope he's doing well.
My condolences.
Pues, ¿qué te voy a decir? It's like, I'm not getting kidnapped. I'm trying to chill. I don't know. Aquí ando al 100. Como te decía. Yeah. This comes from Patrick. Because, I mean, I don't think anybody else is. He says Saudi Arabia with Oscar de la Hoya.
That's cool. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, they went to play. Where's Saudi Arabia's?
It's
Middle East, no, basically.
Yeah.
Shit,
it's that little piece.
that's dangerous. Low key.
Why?
Ain't that where the wars and stuff are?
Are you talking about Israel and?
No. This is
Are you talking about Afghanistan?
no, but even then, like that whole area, the Saudi Arabia area. Hay muchos ricos ahí, no? Or is that Dubai?
Are you thinking of Dubai? Yeah.
Damn.
And that's
Am I racist? I don't know.
A little bit. But I don't know enough about that to tell you. Like,
All I know is that I saw like their stuff of them being out there and stuff like
that's
that.
cool.
They had like a whole boxing fight. I'm guessing with Golden Boy Productions or whatever. Golden Boy is Oscar de la Hoya.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess they had like a whole event and stuff like that. But I thought looking at those videos, it was pretty cool because like they all dressed up like I guess with the attire that they usually wear over there. Yeah, as they wear like the white. They're not dresses. What's
Oh,
a
I
robe?
was gonna say like a one, but it's not that,
Yeah.
like,
And then they had like the red checkered.
yeah.
thing. Again, like I don't want it makes it sound bad because like I'm very uncultured, but like that's what they were wearing. So
Yeah.
and then it's funny too because some of them had like mustaches, like so it almost like they fit in.
Yeah.
Como ya somos prietos, ¿verdad? So I was like, yeah, we're almost there, you know.
Yeah.
Ya casi estamos iguales. Yeah, but it was cool. Like they're just walking around, and honestly, like that's I think some of the coolest things that you can do. Like if you're like in a professional group, like I think we talked about this before, but like would we ever do like a professional level if we could, if we had like the talent and all that, but like to go to like a professional group and travel and do all that stuff. Like I think I told you, like the only reason I would do it would be for things like that, like travel the world and basically like express mariachi to people that I'm assuming they're in Saudi Arabia no sabe nada de mariachi. So
Yeah.
or like the what they do know is like what some of the people here might only know about mariachi, which is like those vatos that play at Cinco de Mayo. But it's like no, like they went with Sol de Mexico, which is like a group that I mean, their whole thing is to uplift mariachi and put it like to the best quality, right? So they go out to all these other countries, play them, and then like people that have never experienced that, they're like, wow, like this is kind of cool. So I would do it for that kind of thing, like go to another country, play. Like I always look back at those like videos of Mariachi Vargas in Japón,
Yeah.
like on YouTube. I think that's so cool. Like seeing all these Japanese people just like like they're all just so fucking happy to see a mariachi like play.
Yeah.
I was like, ni aquí, güey. Like ni aquí están así de feliz, you know. And then like they give them a whole. I don't know if you've seen that video. There's like a video where like they're gonna start with like Viva el Mariachi or something like that with Mariachi Vargas, and like they even have like a whole introduction in Japanese. Like so she's like Son de la Negra, you know, like and then like it's all Japanese or whatever, but like she'll say that. I was like, that's so cool, like just to see like someone else like kind of express like I guess like,
like all this production done for it.
Yeah, their excitement like to see Mexicans. Like I think that's so cool. And then that's why Vargas did that Kawano. What is it? Kawano Yoni? Nagareno Yoni?
Oh, Nube de Mar?
Yeah, Nube del Mar.
I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, I don't exactly. I don't want to fuck that shit up. I kind of already did. But yeah, like that whole song is like in Japanese.
Yeah.
Like Vargas plays it. It's just a bolero, but it sounds cool. And
it's the second time Manuel sings it in Japanese.
In Japanese, yeah.
You're like, what? No se lo entiende ni medio.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like
Exactly.
It's like that. I think I've seen a TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Where it's creo que son como dos cotorros, right? And then some guys is trying to like doing like the little like sound.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like a little boy. He's like, ¿qué estará diciendo?
Oh,
You know?
sí. It's an owl, no?
Oh,
they're owls. Yeah, they're owls, and he's doing like doing the little sounds. They're like, no se entiende ni mergas, pero you know.
Sé que estará diciendo, like, estará aventando la madre.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny because like to us, like, oh, cool, he's saying it in Japanese, and all the Japanese people are like, no se entiende ni madre. Pero pues,
that's Mandarin. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And they're just like, nah, pues hay que le echa ganas. And just like, nah, but like for real, like watching those videos.
But for real, it's really cool.
Yeah. No, mucho respeto. No, but it is cool. Like again, like these us like Vargas didn't have to do that, like, but they did, you know. So that's cool. Like expressing your culture to places that know nothing about mariachi, and then doing something like that to try to connect with their audience. Like they're going above and beyond to do something like that. So I think that's cool. I like it.
I like it.
But yeah, like cool for them. Shout out to Patrick. Yeah, con el sol. Yeah.
Triunfando. You owe me some coke.
Yeah. Well, that kind of became the thing. It's like when you're doing something extra, it's like, allá estás triunfando. No, está con madre.
There's this one. Do you want to read it?
Oh, there was a DM, right? You want to read it? Since you already have it open?
Bro, I can read.
Okay, I guess I'll fucking
You don't con la vocesota,
güey. This person says, I got called to cover someone on bass for a gig out of town. The group suggested we carpool since the event was 6 hours away. Next thing I know, we're backing up someone that's opening for Archangel R15.
Arcángel.
What's that? And Banda El Recodo. Jerry, Jary. Franco is the artist we backed up. And then we went on tour with him for about a year. So that's cool.
Damn, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah. And again, like, it looks to me like this is a kind of like a thing that wasn't necessarily planned. Like it was just I got called to cover someone on a bass and a gig out of town, and then it leads to you touring with somebody like, you know, for a year. So
you're like, verga, pues que pregunté.
See, I mean, it's cool because like mariachi kind of gives you those opportunities sometimes. And this person's
it's happened to us, like where they're like, hey, can you guys come to this party or play for like a birthday party? And it's like Elvis Andrews.
Oh yeah, we played for
like,
about that.
We show up, we're like, this is a big ass house. And then it's like, oh, like,
yeah. Like I remember too, because or
the Mexican, didn't we see?
Oh yeah,
¿Cómo se llama?
We saw Nico.
Yeah,
Nico Harrison. I was telling you like so we played at the Mexican, which is like I told y'all this fancy restaurant in Dallas. It's like real bougie.
Yeah, and
we went to play. And we went into like the private area. We were playing there for a little bit. Pues todos los ricos, way, just smoking their cigars. Yeah. And then walks in like this tall dude, and I'm like, that guy looks familiar. And like I don't watch the Mavs like that, but I know what the Mavs are. I follow basketball a little bit. I knew who Luka was, Luka Doncic. So like when shit hit, if you don't know anything about basketball, like Nico Harrison traded Luka to the Lakers. It was a big thing. It was like the last thing anybody would ever do, and that's exactly what the Mavs did. So I'm just thinking, like, I'm just vibing at the Mexican, and this dude walks in. I'm like, that's Nico Harrison. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember just being like, I'm gonna post a story like, what y'all want me to tell him? Because like, aquí lo traigo en my fucking sites. And yeah, exactly. Like, this is a guy that I've just been reading about on Twitter and Facebook and literally everywhere. You've just been reading about this dude, and he just casually walks into this place where I'm playing like.
Apparently, he loves it. Like, cause you see a story of Saul. Like,
Yeah,
he was there the next day too.
he was there the next day. I mean, it's funny too because I think Diego plays in that group. Shout out to Diego. He plays with the Rangers and he plays in Fiesta too. And he put a picture also of like, hey, Nico Harrison is here at our gig. And I remember I sent him a DM and I was like, hey man, like he was there yesterday too. He's like, I guess it's the only place he can hang out. He can hang out like in private. Like,
pero no lo quieren.
Sí, güey, es que no lo quieren para nada.
I understand though.
Sí, güey, no, es que he traded away like literally an icon of Dallas. It's como like if we had CharroBeans and we both got traded to, I don't know, to another podcast. And it's like, wait, you can't do CharroBeans without these guys.
Como si eras a Messi, güey.
Sí, ándale. It's based like Luca was our Messi. And it was like, we'll just trade that guy. So like
what?
I'm at the Mexican. I'm all playing like, este güey lo madrear, güey. Hey, you with me or what? Like,
I'm like, you. Like, who's this? Like,
lo madreamos is like, hey, wait, ¿qué hizo? Okay. I'm like, I'm about to tell you all this lore, bro. It's crazy. No.
I'm like, no, mames. Like, I'm gonna go to jail for this.
Like, see, wait, but it was worth it. Like, you did good for Dallas today. No, but yeah, it's you never know what you're gonna expect. Like at a gig, like you said, we played for that guy from the Rangers. Not that guy, Rangers shortstop for 10+ years. Yeah, Elvis Andrews, Rangers legend, going into the Hall of Fame for the Rangers this offseason. Or sorry, this summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we weren't expecting that. We just went to his house. His wife comes out. She's like, oh, because we're gonna play Mañanitas. We're gonna come in playing Mañanitas.
Yeah.
And she's like, es para Elvis. And then Don Michael's there. Don Michael's like, oh, pues Elvis Costello. Like making a joke. Like oh, con Elvis Costello. Oh, pues con el Elvis Costello. And then his wife was like, no, it's Elvis Andrews de los Texas Rangers. And I was like, oh, shit.
Like, my bad.
Yeah.
You thought, yeah, because I mean, I'm not a big fan of or I'm not that like into like the characters, the players,
the characters, los actors.
Right? And I was like, okay. I'm like, Sammy, who's this? Like,
I was like, put some respect, bro. He's our shortstop. Yeah.
Era.
Yeah. He's coming back though, like for the.
Oh, is he?
He retired, but they're gonna put him into the Hall of Fame for the Rangers. Yeah, this summer it's gonna be pretty.
He was cool. I like.
Yeah, he was cool. He was a cool guy.
We played for him twice.
He was twice.
Were you there for?
I wasn't there the first time. The second time. What was I doing? Probably some stupid shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you got to play for him again.
I have 2 pictures with him. You no conozco, güey.
You got a picture with him the second time?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was in Frisco. I don't know if I posted it, but I have it.
It's in the archives.
Say.
Yeah. No, that's you. But yeah, I guess the idea with this whole thing was like, yeah, you could with mariachi, you sometimes have that feeling of like, how did we get here? Like mariachi connecting with that, and that's the thing. Like mariachis can play anywhere, can play anytime. Literally anytime. We played like at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, 6 a.m, like literally at any time. Any day, you call us up, we're available. It's going to happen. If you want a mariachi, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Someone will come out.
And it's really because we have all this type of like I feel like if you hire someone from country, you can prove me wrong, people that like country music, but I feel like country music is one specific vibe.
Yeah.
You
makes
know?
sense. Yeah.
Like,
I see that.
Like you can't really use it like everywhere. Where in mariachi we have, you know, like all these songs that you want something like más romántico or like, you know, algo más alterado, like we got it. You know, so it's easy to just put it somewhere and then someone's like, just be lively. All right, you know.
And we've had that before. They're just like, oh, lo que quieran, whatever you want to play.
Yeah.
It's because they just want the vibe. And again, sometimes that vibe might be in a strip club or like, and again, like someone had to be like, you know what we need here? A mariachi. Like, so someone had that thought, called someone up, and someone's going to take that gig, you know? So it's going to happen. If, again, you want a mariachi, more than likely someone will come out.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen. So mariachi presents those opportunities to you guys. So it's fun to experience. But yeah. Get into Charro Chat. So we can get you guys out of here. You guys can rest up because van a tener una putiza llegando ahorita para el Mother's Day. Pero
Like su esposa, qué pedo.
still way. This person says, have y'all ever been posted in Balcón Mariachero? That is my biggest fear. Have I? That's the thing too. Like every time, I never look up Balcón Mariachero. Usually, it's because one video is kind of blowing up, or like one picture or whatever.
I feel like if I came up or we came up, like someone would have sent it to us already.
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
this, y'all.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
Because like I never look for Balcón. It always looks for me. Like because I'll be scrolling.
Yeah, me too.
And then it'll just come up.
I don't know if we even follow him, but I think they just come up.
It might be because like it's like people you know or people you
Yeah.
follow or whatever like commented on this, so it's relevant because you're a mariachi, so like it brings stuff up for you. But the whole time I'm thinking like sometimes I do feel bad for some of those posts because it's like sometimes like they're making fun
Like
of
exaggerated, no?
Huh?
Sometimes they're like exaggerated.
Oh yeah, sometimes they're very exaggerated. Sometimes they're very sexist. Like they'll just straight up post like a girl and just like all the comments are like all these old men like just
I see what you mean.
like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gooning over some girl, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, that's fucked up. Like it's not. It's literally just a picture of like them in a traje, like a girl in a
Yeah.
traje, and I'm like, dude, that's okay. Like
And they comment like it feels like they don't know we can see their comments.
yeah,
'Cause they're
it's like,
like-
dude, we know we can see you.
Yeah.
Like we can read this. You know, we click on the profile picture, and it's like a whole dad with his
Yeah.
family, and it's like, bro, come on, like, because I showed that one time to my wife because like I always tell her like the mariachi community sometimes is the worst, and like and I'll show her like X reason, right? And one of them recently was like it was like un mariachi tocando una canción y todo, and it was like a good rendition of the song, like so ya bien y todo, and like all the comments. That there was maybe like 3 comments that are like, oh, pues muy buena interpretación or whatever, and or like they were hyping him up or whatever. All the other comments were literally like, la trompeta le falló aquí, la guitarra, no, esa voz, quién sabe qué. They were all criticized, and then there's like that one guy is like, it was a girl guitarrón player, está hermosa la del guitarrón. And I'm like, that's what you got from this video? Like, what the fuck? Like, nobody was even like talking about that, but like someone again.
What even makes like what makes you want to give that comment? Like people should read this, and they're like,
yeah, people need to know about this. They're like that guitarron player is hot. Like,
yeah,
dude, come on. Like, is that really what you want to do? Okay, I'm about to tell your wife. Like, I'm about to just snitch on you. I'm about to just snitch on you. Like, no, but yeah, with Balcón, sometimes I don't like that because they will point out like things that like anybody. Like again, we've talked about how they just mariar, like even like the big groups.
Yeah,
fuck
Balcón is just made to like people be like assholes.
Yeah, and
or,
that's
like,
the thing. Like, I think making fun of something isn't bad, or like anything like that. Like parodying something isn't bad. But I think it's bad whenever someone like actually holds like to do harm with what they say. And a lot of the times, those Balcón posts will be something like that. Like it'll just be to say that someone sucks, again, to be sexist. Or like they'll put something that, like again, like everybody can see what your point is, but sometimes it's not in the good faith. Because like again, they'll post about like someone like being in a rough shape, like they're traje and this and that. But I'm like, do you ever stop to think about maybe they don't have the money to get like good trajes? Yeah. Some of these people might be in parts of Mexico where like being a musician is like what they make the most money out of, and maybe that means like they don't have like I've seen where they make fun of like they have like black jeans and they put like galas. Like they're not even like real galas, but they want to son mariachi. They're offering themselves a service of a mariachi, so they'll make do with what they have, you know? So like you can't make fun of someone that probably doesn't have enough money to come up with real suits. This is just how they play, and then compare them to someone like Vargas or Sol that have like real plata on their. I mean, these guys are United States. They have real money. Like some of these guys don't have money like that. So it's like, why are you making fun of them if maybe they don't have the funds to do that? So like, some of those posts are funny. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll look at them like no mames way. Like it'll be a video or whatever. But then other videos are just like, dude, like that's fucked up. Like and again, the comments are where like get more upsetting sometimes because I'm like, there's so many people that agree with that. So like almost it gets you to the point where you're like, man, I don't even want to like ever do something bad, because if I end up on there,
Yeah.
all these people are
Yeah.
just gonna agree that you're a piece of shit or whatever, this and that, and I'm like, at this point, like the day that I end up there, I'm gonna be like,
Bro, I'm gonna have the initial reaction of like, fuck, they got
Yeah,
me.
they got
you know?
you,
But at the
yeah.
end of the day, I'm like, nah, pues ni modo. You know?
And
Si estuve ahí el Vargas, güey, you're like, pues ya.
yeah,
está
exactly,
bien.
exactly. So it's like, there's nothing you can do, bro. So like, if they say that's your biggest fear, you may end up on there one day. But I mean, who knows? I still don't know. Nobody knows to this day who the admins of those pages are.
For good reason. I mean,
And yeah, because I mean, you don't even know if they know how to play. You don't even know if they're good musicians, but they will parade things as if they were the GOAT.
yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, like, we don't know who they are. Like, they might not even know how to change the key to a song, but they're out here mariando everybody else. So again, if you end up on there, pues good luck, you know. But either way, you can't make everybody happy. Like I've already gone through that. Like, you cannot make everybody happy. So just do you, bro. This person says, have you ever been asked to play El Mono del Hambre? What are the thoughts on that song? We kind of talked about this earlier, but again, with that song, people will ask it, I think because it's gone viral, where like there's always a video like chinguen a su madre las que estén bailando or whatever, and people are like, ha 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 ha. But then when we do it at your party, you don't like it because it's like we're basically saying like your mom was the one that was dancing. Oh yeah, well fuck her, right? That's fucked up. So then you get mad at us for playing the song that you requested. So a lot of times people don't know what they're asking.
Especially when the Mike was in the group, he always had like really good comebacks.
Yeah,
and they were like that party we were talking about where we thought it was gonna be like a gay bar, it turned out to be like a house party, right? That house party specifically won El Mono del Hambre like consistently because they thought like, I guess they had like good comebacks, right?
Which they didn't.
and the mic, I remember, I think it took the mic like a good like 3 or 4 verses where like the guys were like, okay, like it's not funny anymore, you know? Like, yeah, like you could tell they're just like, nah, like, no, okay, ¿cuál sigue? You know, like,
it's like that one. I always think of her. Who's the lady that laughs like that? She's like,
oh, from that video, that interview?
Yeah. It's like that. Like they're laughing. They're like, all fucking like crying and shit. That's literally them, and that's why I don't like playing that song. And I agree with Arturo. Like Arturo will always just tell people like, nah, but esa canción está muy grosera, and like he'll just basically warn these people that it's not in your best interest for us to play this song, because I know that our guys like Arturo, Paco, like are good at coming up with stuff. And when the Mike was here too, like he would come up with something like they could just destroy you guys.
Yeah,
like you guys, it's like the comeback that we have. It's like anytime the audience wants to participate, they say some stupid ass freaking verse like that makes no sense, and that's why our comeback is always like, "Tú pa las rimas, estás bien pendejo." Yeah, ándale. So like then people are like, and it's like, dude, well, come up with a good rhyme and then we can do it together, you know. Or he's like, I will say it with you, you know. But it's just that song again. Like we don't play it often. It gets asked at every gig, but we just kind of brush it off. Like we literally are just like, no, pues otra. And usually people will forget about it. But when someone's adamant, like, no, toquenla. Then it's usually those people que se emputan. You know, they're the ones that get mad.
Like, all right. And then they're like, what would you say? What would you say hurtful things?
It's just like, I want you to stop being mean to me.
I want you to stop being mean to me.
So I was like, que la chingada. No puede ser nada. This guy says, who would be in your all-star Armonía section if you play with anyone dead or alive? I think I answered this a while back. Did my answers change? Okay, if you want to know my set, my set represent guitarrón. I'll just go with Nati to be basic. For harp, you're not gonna like this one, but I like Jarocho.
bitch. You really look like I'm talking shit over here. Chiculero.
No, it's just you've said before that you don't necessarily like love his playing, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, but I just always like how he's un desmadre. Like I kind of like when I would like when you hear those old Nuevo Tecalitlán recordings, like when they were playing not recordings, but when they were playing live. He just be bullshitting under sometimes. Like he's just like and like that's, I kind of like that. And I now that I think about it, I feel like maybe they were kind of like, all right, bro, like chill, you know.
Yeah.
But like I used to kind of like that. He would play things that were a little like unorthodox and stuff, and I kind of liked that. That it I don't know, it clashed in the wrong ways and good ways at the same time. I don't know. And again, I'm a non-harp player, so you're probably like, stupid.
Low?
But yeah, on harp, Jarocho, I'd put Tony on vihuela. I put Gaspar on golpe, güey, pinche desmadre, güey. Gaspar on golpe, on guitar. He's a guitar player, good guitar player. Palomar.
Fuck, you took mine, bro.
No, he's good. Toca muy bien. Y second guitar? Or así nomás?
I think that's good.
Yeah.
You have a quinto already.
Yeah, no, ahí está completo, yeah. ¿Y lo?
I think if we're talking like mariachi specifically,
Pues sí, güey.
right? Well, it's because there's other things too. But like, I'm picturing like un son, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, wait.
No,
Dime.
no, tú dale.
This is what that.
I already picked my team,
Yeah.
my dream team.
So like for me on harp, like o sea que suene chingón como un son, una polka would be on harp it would be Checo, Los Camperos.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Chicos. Yeah.
And on guitarron I would have Nati, Vihuela, Pato. I guess guitar golpe. Fuck, I don't want to pick Gaspar. Who else plays? I would put Tony on quinto. I've seen him play quinto.
Oh yeah,
Very
me
chido.
too. Yeah, okay.
And on guitar we have Palomar.
All right.
Just because I've heard, if you've heard like that armonía, lo que es como Nati, Pato, and Palomar, bro. Nah, suena chingón.
Sí, eso sí.
Just look it up. There's one of like La Fiesta del Mariachi and like where they do like un pupurri de Jorge Negrete or something, like for a TV show.
Oh, and they do like the little solo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, eso sí.
Sound good, yeah. Sounds milky.
Yeah. But yeah,
Smooth.
that's what it is for me.
Yeah. Nah, you can't beat a good armonía section, bro. Like violines, I'm sorry, I'm about to make people mad. Like, violines, they sound like a violin, bro. I'm sorry. Unas trompetas, if they're good, they sound like trumpets. But like, si tienes una armonía, like a fucking solid armonía, like where the harp is doing this thing, guitarrón doing their thing, vihuela, guitar, like that makes the difference, honestly. Like for me.
You think so?
Ah, fuck yeah. Fuck.
Do you think it's because you're an armonía player?
Yeah.
First? Okay.
Yeah, like obviously I'm biased.
Sorry, bias, yeah.
But it's just, again, I'm going to make people mad. Es que con un violín, si se sale un violín, they just get another one. Que suena bien. They play their part.
Okay.
Trumpet a little bit more. Trumpet sí es otro pedo, güey. Pinche trumpet. Pero I just think an armonía is like what makes or breaks a group, honestly. Like they, like lo que es la expresión de la vihuela, and like guitar pues just fills out the vihuela. Like, but like vihuela has to be main. Guitarrón, I mean, they just gotta have they gotta be solid. And then with harp, whenever like it's mixed in very well, like I really think the harp and Checo's really good about this. Like I know that his whole thing is that he wants
that's
harp.
why I picked him for.
Yeah, harp wants he wants to keep the tradition of harp alive, and like yes, like when you can notice the whole mariachi and the harp still stands out, I fucking love that too, because it just shows that like again, like it's not like an extra thing. Like it's part of mariachi, like harp essentially. The way I look at it, like un mariachi completo tiene que tener arpa, and when they're there and they're just doing their thing, and like me as a person who is paying attention to that armonía, and I'm being a nerd. Like I'm just watching everything that the harp is doing and how they mix in with everything, and I'm like, shit, man, that chingon, because they're just freestyling in a way, but like they're freestyling smartly. They're just adding little like what they producers call this ear candy, like when they're making beats, like little things here and there, like you wouldn't necessarily hear.
Yeah.
But like if you're paying attention to it and you finally hear it, you're like, oh, that's cool. Like I didn't hear that before. And now that you're paying attention to it, you can't unhear it. So now you'll just hear a harp player like going ham like during a performance or whatever. It's lo mejor, güey.
Okay.
Lo mejor, güey.
Cool.
Yeah.
For me, it's mainly like the click of like Well, it's like the click of like the armonía. I don't know. I'm just thinking of sones here,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just thinking of like, where that when you hear that accent the viola does, and it lands right with the guitarron. I feel that's like a lot of people don't understand. Like that's a very hard concept to do.
Mm-hmm.
Where everything sounds like a one like pun.
Mm-hmm.
That 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 that.
Yeah, it's like a band sucks without a good drummer.
Yeah.
Same thing with mariachi.
Yeah, and then there's also the meshing of like a vihuela and a guitar. Because I see what you say, like because like you look for a specific sound. I feel like vihuela players look for a very specific sound in themselves, right?
Mhm.
Some vihuelas sound like a little darker, right?
Mhm.
Like they're maybe you could say a little bassy, and other vihuelas sound a little brighter.
Yeah.
Like I think Pato had like this like bright sound that was very like o sea, imponente. Like when you hear like the Vargas recordings, you hear like como los herreros. You can hear him just driving that the whole time.
Yeah.
And then we hear with Palomar. Palomar had a guitar that was very like deep,
Mhm.
right?
So they complement each other so nicely.
So that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
made
yeah.
it like when you hear it together, bro. You're
Mhm.
just like, damn, it's just like
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying.
that meshing.
That gets you fucking hype because
Yeah.
it's just like, again, it's like having a good drummer. Like
Yeah.
having a good drummer is what pushes everything. Like,
And what's crazy too is that if you look at videos, they're not even looking at each other, bro. Like Pato always looks into the distance,
yeah, he's just
right?
chilling.
And then like
vibing.
Palomar is like looking like he's like doing this, like looking at his fingers, or like looking like away. They're not
Yeah.
looking at each other, but you
Yeah, it's just
when you see their
connected.
hands, it's
Sí,
crazy.
güey. No, pues por eso te digo, güey, like that's armonía. Like now I'm just like glazing armonía, but like a lot of people think, no, pues una vihuela es una vihuela, guitar is a guitar, and essentially it is. But there's so much, and I always advocate for this, but it's like just because we play like strums, like dun dun dun, there's so much that you can express in armonía. People think it's just like a hit, but it's not. Like there's some you can articulate as much on a violin than you can on a vihuela. You can do the same thing with the trumpet. Like the way that you have to articulate your sound on just strumming makes a huge difference. Like if you just ¿cuántas veces te dije llorando? ¿Cuántas veces has mirado que una vihuela guitars get hired like to play in any they get hired because they can sing? Like aquí chambeando.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Why don't I get hired? I don't sing, right? And I understand that. But I like to think that I offer like at least an understanding of like I know my sound. So whenever I go out to play and your singer goes up to sing, I'm not just playing like a bolero like chan 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 as opposed to like this guy que canta chingón, but he doesn't know the expression of like when to come down, when to bring it up, when to play it sweetly, when to like not play every song like a son. Like there's a lot that you can do to an armonia instrument to make it as expressive as a violin and a trumpet, even like a voice. But a lot of people don't understand that, especially like the people that hire. It's like, no, pues no te voy a llevar a ti porque no cantas. I'm like, all right, I guess fuck me, right? Just because I studied my instrument, No, but I understand it. But like again, like a lot of people don't understand that armonia. You can do a lot to articulate it to make you valuable because you care about your sound. You really do. And that's why I picked Tony. Tony, anytime he plays vihuela, dude, like I'm just glazing Tony now. But like Tony just anytime he posts a video, like he's never on autopilot. Like he's always actively thinking about his sound. And he's done like his little videos where he talks about like the fingers and finger movements and what you do like to kind of express it. And every time I watch this video, I'm like, that's exactly like what I think. When like that's badass that like he talks about that stuff because like a lot of people don't realize that. But like it's all in the touch of the fingers and everything. Like it goes into all that. Sorry, I just went on a big spiel, but it's because I don't want to touch.
No, it's true.
Yeah. One more for you guys, and then you guys can go home. ¿Qué canción es la que más le llega que hasta se les enchina el cuero? So like a song that makes you lactate. Wait. Wrong word.
Gives you goosebumps, no?
Ándale.
It's like
Close enough. I don't know. Just a song that you hear that like just like puts you in the mood, like
to do what?
Party. No, like I don't know. The mariachi, I guess. Anytime I hear it, I'm like, esa mera. Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of talked about this before, but like my best or like the songs I really like are like A Pesar de Todo. For some reason, just always really like that song. De Javier Solís, I really like how do you say it?
I don't know what you're saying.
Reconciliación.
Reconciliación?
Yeah, I just can't say it.
Okay.
Esa madre.
Now I wonder if I said it right.
Reconciliación.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck up on national TV. Yeah, those two I've always really liked a lot. And I enjoy playing them. I'm like, esa mera, güey. I'm just like, esa. Oh, and then otra de Javier, I really like a song called Amor Mío.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that song for some reason. When it comes on, I'm like, no skip. Just let it play. It's a good song. There, I already gave 3. You think of some.
Fuck. I would say the one that gets me a little bit of feels right now is called De esta sierra a la otra sierra. Con Lorenzo Monteclaro.
The fuck is that?
Huh?
I don't know what that is.
It's they've asked for it,
Oh.
but we don't know it. But it just talks about like leaving like your hometown.
Oh, okay.
Another one. It's called 100,000 Cosas with Javier Solís.
I've never heard that.
That was really good.
I'll look it up.
It's another one. That I would look up right now and it would smack. Give it.
No.
En esta tarde gris with Javier Solís también. Está chida. Tu voz.
I said 3.
Oh. Un pilón.
No,
No
they're
pasa nada. Yeah, those are right for me.
I'll look them up because I don't know which you're talking about. You know, I say Charro, I only listen to the ones at the gigs. No, I thought of one right now though. I've always loved the recording of Estrellita with Cobre.
For real? I've never found anything special with that song.
I fucking love it, bro.
Maria Elena, that one's pretty good.
Steve sings it
Yeah.
with his heart and everything. I even showed that to my students. I was like, look at this shit. Listen to it.
Like,
No, shut up.
They're
Listen
like,
to it.
Mister, this is boring.
Basically. This is back when I had him on Zoom.
Yeah.
I played it and I was like, what'd y'all think? Quiet. I was like, I'm over here crying. Like, Estrellita de Leo. I was like, all right, whatever. I was like, fuck me, right? All
They're like, yeah.
right. Yeah. No, yeah, that's it. We got to get out of here so that way you guys can rest up. Mother's Day is coming up. Drink water or whatever you drink. And just do your best to do a good job. Remember, a lot of these moms, their ungrateful kids never get them anything. So you're probably being like the one big gift that they've all.
The whole year.
So if anything, if moms are out there, smile, right? Because a lot of them will show up and they're just like,
For real. That's my mom, bro.
Dos enojadas. And I'm like, we're out here for you. Because it's all about you, girl.
They're like, this ain't bad, guys.
On your 15th birthday. You know, that's it.
No.
Bro, come on. SpongeBob, when they get Boys Who Cry for Pearl.
Oh, no, I don't think I've got
Oh,
that
you probably
far.
saw it in Spanish.
Probably.
So
Sorry.
Mexican, bro. Anyway. Yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. Oh, I guess we should plug that. We're going to be at UTA.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. We're
Is
gonna
it
be
next
at,
week?
It's next week.
No,
Next Tuesday. Yeah.
we don't have anything planned. I mean, we'll see you guys.
I gotta check my calendar. No, we'll be at UTA. We're gonna be there for the Mariachi festival that they're having there. We're gonna have a lot of high school students and stuff like that. We're gonna be there to give them some consejos and para darles ánimo.
How to take a shot.
Yeah. Wait. What? Now I gotta edit that out. No, but no, yeah, it should be cool. We're looking forward to the experience and talking to a lot of these high school students, but just para darles ánimo y a ver qué hacen in their near future. Yeah, so we'll be there. We'll let you guys know how it went and everything, and should be fun.
Yeah. You guys have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Stay safe.
Rest up, man.
Rest up and do good things. Remember to like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and that way we can keep growing the pod. So,
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. We will see you.